All right, you're getting tricep weakness and you cannot figure out how to get it back, right? So I've gotten some recent comments on a video that I made prior, but I want to go through it again. So this is something, you are someone who you might have had some kind of, say, accident, or you were doing some kind of activity, but not necessarily. So I've had a couple different people. For example, one guy who actually was into, say, mixed martial arts, fighting training, did kind of land funny, and all of a sudden just tricep weakness. But then someone else, I have a pilot friend over in Dubai that just started experiencing tricep weakness. And the reason is, you're not getting better because you've been trying to strengthen the triceps. You're doing bands this way. You're trying to get this thing back, and it just won't fire. It's because the problem is not in the tricep. The problem is back in the neck and that nerve root that supplies the tricep. And the tricky part for a lot of clinicians, you've gone to places that they've been trying to do all these bands and all these things, is because you don't have to have pain here for it to turn off that muscle. So we go with, those nerves have a myotomal and a dermatomal part to them. So dermatome means like the touch, pain, temperature, tingling, burning, weird feelings like that. The myotome is the muscle part. So many times people will have some kind of associated, pain in the upper trap, shoulder blade, it kind of radiates down. Those tend to be pretty more obvious, and clinicians tend to be able to identify those. But sometimes the pain is not really there. There might be a little bit of pain in the neck or trap, and then nothing, and then just this strange weakness in the tricep where you just feel like it's giving way. You might even have some wrist weakness as well, maybe some grip strength kind of losses or changes. And that's the myotome, or the muscle, the nerve root that it goes into or innervates that muscle is getting a little bit, turned off. It's not getting a good signal. So stop strengthening the tricep and start moving the lower neck. The first thing you'd want to start with would be either repeated retractions, okay? But again, you need to let me back up. Take a baseline first. How strong is that tricep? Okay, there it is. It gives way. When I try to hold it, it gives way. Boom, baseline. Start with retractions. 20, 30, 40 of them. Try it again. No different, maybe slightly stronger. Okay, it's fine, it's information. Then go sustained. Hold it back there. Actually, I wouldn't use this arm. Use your other arm. Don't use the arm that your symptoms are on. Use the other one. So hold it, sustain it, hold it. 15, 20, 25, 30 seconds. Do 3 or 4 of those. Retest. A little stronger. Okay, then go deeper. Now go retraction, extension, and pressure. Okay, get that lower cervical spine to really move. Now what you'll feel, most of the time when you get that far back, you might not feel anything in this one. You may not feel anything, like nothing's happening, I don't feel anything. But when you get here and here, and really kind of wiggle and come back far, it's likely you're going to feel something turn on to there. You're like, oh yeah, I kind of feel a little bit of like a pain or an ache in my arm. Perfect. It's because you're getting to the right spot. You're finally affecting the correct, tissue or the correct origin of that problem. So then we're here, right? 10, 20, 30, 40 reps. Then try it again. Ooh, stronger, okay? The other one that we could do would be a prone sustained retraction, which I'll show you now. So the prone sustained retraction extension would look like this. Forearms, do the same thing that you would do on the chair. You're going to retract first, roll back, but then prop your fingers under your chin and breathe out. Let that chest fall. Let that upper back and neck really sink into extension and pinch that area, okay? 25, 35, 45 seconds, maybe up to a minute, and do 2 or 3 of those. That's a much higher level of force with that movement. So you'll really feel something to that side, more than likely. But once you come out of it, it has to go away. And then once you recheck your baseline, that strength should be improved. So once you've done those, then you've understood now how to set that baseline, progress through different loading strategies, retraction, extension. Maybe even the next one I would do would be thoracic. So support here, tuck in, roll back, far, 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 kind of bounce it a little bit, okay, to get that upper back to move. The upper back has the ribs that attach there, so you need more force, okay? The lower neck, you can just go with just slight pressure into the chin. But once we want to get the upper thoracic spine, because remember that C6, C7 area is very common for this problem, but then right below that is T1, T2. So those nerves run right alongside that same distribution. So you still want to go thoracic as well. Here, here, okay, back, far, bounce, and get those ribs to move. So that would be the progression at which I would go. Retraction, retraction, extension, and then either the prone sustained, one I just showed you when you're on your stomach, and or retraction, extension with the arms to get the thoracic spine kicked in. So stop trying to strengthen the tricep with bands and weights and all these things when that won't do it. It's not a muscle problem at all. It's a nerve problem from the lower neck. You got to start there. Once that nerve gets turned on and the information is flowing again, now you can start to strengthen the tricep.